my first question to each one of you, I know the show seems like it looks like a lot of fun, obviously. What has been for you guys, as fun as the show is, if you can pick out one thing about for you as an actress that was most challenging for you to handle or maneuver in the show, what would that have been for each one of you?
I think for me, it was probably the balance and finding the line of, for these characters, these aliens, they have emotional suppressors. And so there was a lot of thought for all three of us. I know there was a lot of thought put into, where is that line? Where does that line fall of like, okay, when their emotions are suppressed, how do we suppress the emotions without being boring and without like just kind of being like a dud? And then once we do turn those emotional suppressors off, where is the place that they go? Because it's going to change you emotionally, mentally, physically. Like once you start to feel feelings and emotions, it changes your entire being. So there was that line of like figuring out the before and the after and the deering, like as it was happening. So it was definitely, that was a really tough thing. And all three of us spent some time talking with each other, just trying to figure that out in itself. Because it was so important.
Yeah.
Terry, you go.
Oh, just that I think, Matt spoke for all three of us when he says all that. Like that was really tricky for us. The director, Paul, really helped clarify some things. And I think we made some creative choices that were like consistent with each other, and that worked. For me personally, also another challenge was kind of just like getting past my almost like mental fear of dancing. I mean, obviously I knew it was a musical and I knew I had to dance, but I think there was this, like, it would have changed my experience a lot if I didn't go through this, like get over this mental block, because I think I was just really feeling shy or nervous. And I was just like, I'm just gonna let myself do it and like let myself learn. And the team really took good care of us. So I'm super grateful.
Also something that's like challenging. We looked absolutely fabulous. We looked stunning, but wearing like big old platform boots for 16 hours a day and like a wig cap that's, pulling on our head. And I know, Terry, you had like bleach all up in your hair.
Yeah.
Like these costumes that were not the easiest to get in and out of, like being in that for like 16 hours a day, that's challenging. But also the last time I wore the costume, I was like, oh, I'm really going to miss this.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So if there was one thing you wanted an audience member to come away with, especially young folks today, what would be the one thing you'd want them to take away for each one of you? What would that be?
Here we go.
Okay. I think the importance of community and fostering a community with people who are different from you, and the strength and power in that, and how if you have a group of people that are all the same and they think exactly the same, and how sometimes that's not the way we're going to progress or overcome challenges.
Very nice. Terry?
Oh, I was going to say, just, a strong reminder to not write people off just because they might not be familiar to you, right? Like they might be different from you. Mainly because I think on a very basic level, we're all looking for connection in some sort of way or level. And oftentimes, like you'll see through the movies that when people get over their like own prejudices and stuff, then they actually connect and they make a new friend, or maybe they have a crush, and I think that's so, you don't want to rob yourself or someone else of that opportunity, like, because of, I think misguided judgments. Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah, I think kind of piggybacking off of that, it's, you think about conflict, and it's talked about in the movie. The aliens are like, oh, we're all the same, so there's no conflict where we're from. It's all like harmonious. And Addison says, yeah, but sometimes conflict is a good thing because conflict leads to change. And I think that's like a really important thing to think about, is like the differences that we all experience as human beings are a good thing, in the sense of like, we can learn to connect through those differences, and we can learn to change from through those differences. And those differences can lead to change, and important change that needs to happen, because, for the world to become a better place, change has to happen. So I think that's a really important message.
That is an extremely important message. And I'm so glad you brought that up. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed you guys tremendously, and much success for the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Troy. Thank you.